America, I see, values basic human decency, not snatching children from their parents or turning our back on refugees at our border. Americans know that's not right. The American people understand, please, because it makes us embarrassing.
Embarrassing. Here to react, Florida Congressman and Green Beret Commander Michael Waltz joining us from, as you can see right there, if you know the skyline, Jacksonville. Congressman,
thanks, Steve.
It's an embarrassment, our refugee policy, according to the former vice president.
Well, I'll tell you what's embarrassing, Steve. I mean, this was just the height of irony coming from former Vice President Biden, who, with the Obama administration, presided over the largest refugee crisis coming out of Syria since World War II. Over 10 million people, a quarter of the Syrian population, displaced or internally or having to leave. So what happened there? I mean, the Obama administration turned a blind eye, withdrew from Iraq, caused al-Qaeda in Iraq to transition to ISIS. At one point, they had a caliphate the size of Maine with an economy the size of Austria, massacring civilians, the Assad regime gassing its people, Russia, which, by the way, was in that very same conference that Biden attended in 2009 to hit the reset button with Russia. Then you have Russia deliberately bombing hospitals, bombing refugee camps, and weaponizing refugees into Europe, knowing that ISIS will infiltrate them with all the attacks that we saw. So it's just really incredible for him to be so sanctimonious when he presided over such a disaster in the Middle East that caused such a refugee crisis in the first place.
It wasn't just the refugees. He also said our trade policies are self-defeating. But I don't remember the Obama administration going after our trading partners when we were getting the short end of the stick like this president is.
Well, that's absolutely right in the sense that, look, for these trade policies, we have been in a trade war for the last several decades, and particularly with China. China has been in a trade war with us. It's been taking advantage of us. This president knows it and is taking it head on, whether it's the theft of our intellectual property, whether it's the theft of our technology, or whether it's taking advantage of American workers and businesses through unfair trade practices. So I think for the United States to actually stand up for itself isn't embarrassing at all. But you're an American first.
Exactly.
You're not a Democrat or Republican. You got to stand up as an American. Our opponents are taking note.